Hello, my friends! Welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to see you here today. In this video, we are going to practice your English speaking and listening skills using a very powerful technique called shadowing. If you're new here, let me explain briefly. Shadowing means you listen to me speak and you repeat the words exactly how I say them and when I say them. It is like being my echo. This exercise is perfect for improving your pronunciation, your rhythm, and your confidence. Today, we are going to read a story about something we all do, but often neglect: sleep. We will discover how sleep affects our daily life, our mood, and our brain through the story of a man named Mark. Here is how this video works. First, you will listen to the story. The words will appear on the screen so you can follow along. Second, we will look at some very useful vocabulary and phrases from the story. Third, we will have a dedicated practice session where you can repeat after me. Are you ready to improve your English and learn about the power of sleep? Let's begin. This is the story of Mark. Mark is a 25-year-old web developer. He loves his job, but he has a very bad habit. Every night, Mark stays up late. Instead of sleeping, he sits in his bed and scrolls through social media on his smartphone. Sometimes he watches videos or plays online games until 2 o'clock in the morning. Every night, he thinks, just 5 more minutes. But 5 minutes easily become 2 hours. The next morning, Mark's alarm goes off at 7 o'clock. He feels exhausted. His eyes are heavy, and his head hurts. He hits the snooze button 3 times. When he finally gets out of bed, he is late. He runs to the kitchen, makes a quick coffee, and accidentally spills it on his shirt. He does not have time to eat breakfast. He runs out the door to catch the bus. When Mark arrives at the office, his day does not get any better. He feels a deep brain fog. He cannot focus on his computer screen. During an important meeting with his manager, Mark struggles to stay awake. He even yawns while his boss is talking. It is very embarrassing. Because he is so tired, Mark makes a big mistake in his computer code. It takes him 3 hours to fix a problem that normally takes 10 minutes. He feels irritable, stressed, and unhappy. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Mark feels completely drained. He goes home, orders fast food, and falls asleep on the couch. One Saturday, Mark visits his sister Sarah. Sarah is a doctor. She looks at Mark and says, "Mark, you look terrible. Are you okay?" Mark sighs and replies, "I am always so tired, Sarah. I have no energy, I cannot focus at work, and I am stressed all the time." Sarah smiles kindly and asks, "What time do you go to bed?" Mark looks down, feeling a bit ashamed. "Around 2 in the morning," he admits. "I look at my phone in the dark." Sarah shakes her head. "That is the problem, Mark," she explains. "Sleep is not a waste of time. Sleep is your superpower. When you sleep, your brain cleans itself. It organizes your memories and repairs your body. If you do not sleep enough, your brain cannot function correctly. You need at least 7 to 8 hours of good sleep every night." Mark listens carefully. He wants to change. He asks, "But how can I sleep better?" Sarah gives him 3 simple rules. First, turn off all screens: your phone, your television, and your computer, 1 hour before bed. The blue light from screens tells your brain that it is still daytime. Second, create a relaxing routine. Read a physical book or listen to calm music instead. Third, go to bed at the same time every single day, even on weekends. Mark decides to try Sarah's advice. That night, at 10 o'clock, he puts his phone in the living room. He goes to his bedroom, opens a book, and reads for 20 minutes. Soon his eyes feel heavy. He turns off the light and falls asleep easily. The next morning, Mark wakes up before his alarm. He opens his eyes and realizes something amazing. He does not feel tired. He feels refreshed. He goes to work with a positive attitude. His mind is sharp, and he finishes his tasks quickly. He even has enough energy to go for a run after work. He feels happier and more productive. Mark realizes that Sarah was right. Sleep changes everything. Great job listening to the story. Now, let's look at some important vocabulary and phrases that you can use in your daily life. 1. To stay up late. This means to remain awake past your usual bedtime. Example, I always stay up late on Fridays to watch movies. 2. To hit the snooze button. This is the button on your alarm clock that stops the sound for a few minutes so you can sleep a little longer. Example, I was so tired this morning that I hit the snooze button 3 times. 3. Brain fog. This is a phrase we use when we feel confused, tired, and unable to think clearly. Example, if I don't drink coffee in the morning, I have a terrible brain fog. 4. Exhausted/drained. These words mean to be extremely tired, much more than just tired. You have zero energy left. Example, after working for 12 hours, she felt completely drained. 5. To feel refreshed. This means to feel full of energy and life again, especially after resting or sleeping well. Example, a good night of sleep always makes me feel refreshed. Now it is time for our practice session. I am going to say some sentences from the story. I will say the sentence once, and then there will be a pause. During the pause, it is your turn to speak out loud. Try to copy my exact pronunciation and rhythm. Let's go. Sentence 1. Every night, Mark stays up late to scroll on his phone. Every night, Mark stays up on his phone. Sentence 2. When the alarm goes off, he feels completely exhausted. When the alarm goes off, he feels completely exhausted. Sentence 3. Sleep is not a waste of time. Sleep is your superpower. Sleep is not a waste of time. Sleep is your superpower. Sentence 4. Turn off all screens 1 hour before going to bed. Turn off all screens 1 hour before going to bed. Pause de 4 secondes. Sentence 5. He wakes up early and feels refreshed and happy. He wakes up early and feels refreshed and happy. Fantastic work today, my friends. You did an amazing job practicing your English shadowing. Remember, consistency is the key. You can re-watch this video as many times as you need to perfect your rhythm and pronunciation. Now, I have a question for you to practice your writing. What is your bedtime routine? Do you look at your phone before sleep, or do you read a book? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of your replies. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are learning English, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a lesson. Take care of yourself, get a good night of sleep, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.